They say pride comes before the fall. But what if I told you that pride also builds empires? That the male ego, often ridiculed, misunderstood, and feared, isn't just about arrogance. It's about identity. It's about power. And sometimes it's about pain. This is the story of the male ego. How it builds us and how it can break us. What exactly is the male ego? Let's strip it down to the basics. The ego, in psychology, is the part of the mind that mediates between the conscious and unconscious. It's the identity you present to the world. But the male ego, it's different. It's shaped by centuries of cultural expectations. You're supposed to be strong, silent, a protector, a provider, never weak, never unsure. From the time a boy is young, he's told, don't cry, man up, be a man. Every tear suppressed, every emotion buried. That's one more brick in the wall of the male ego. We build it to survive, to compete, to prove, to earn love, to be seen. But what happens when that wall becomes a prison? The strength of the male ego. Let's be honest, the male ego isn't just a weakness. It's also a driving force. Think of the men who've changed the world. Inventors, leaders, artists, warriors. Behind almost every bold move was a desire to prove something to the world, to their fathers, to themselves. The male ego pushes us to work harder, to take risks, to dream bigger. It makes us want to leave a mark. Something that screams, I was here. That need to be respected? It can lead to greatness. That fear of being average? It can fuel extraordinary success. But here's the paradox. The same ego that builds monuments also starts wars. The fragility beneath the armor. Have you ever noticed how quickly a man's mood can shift when his pride is hurt? It's not just sensitivity, it's survival. When you live in a world where your value is based on how dominant, successful, or respected you are, even the smallest insult feels like a threat. A breakup isn't just heartbreak. It's an attack on your manhood. Losing a job isn't just financial trouble. It's ego death. And the worst part? We don't talk about it because men aren't allowed to feel insecure. Not openly. So what do? We lash out. We go silent. We numb ourselves with distractions, with work, with women, with alcohol, with anger. We'd rather break ourselves silently than admit we're hurting loudly. When the ego becomes the enemy, there's a moment in every man's life when he realizes something dangerous, that the image he's been trying to maintain is killing who he really is inside. You see, the male ego is built on approval. We become slaves to validation. We choose careers based on what impresses others. We date people to look good, not feel good. We stay in toxic relationships because leaving feels like losing. The male ego doesn't allow surrender, even when surrender is the path to peace. It tells you, never say sorry, don't forgive, show no weakness. But here's the twist. The strongest man is the one who can say sorry, who can let go, who can face himself in the mirror and say, I don't have to prove anything anymore. Reconstructing the ego, the rise of the conscious man. You don't have to destroy your ego to be free. You have to understand it. You have to ask, where did it come from? Who am I trying to impress? What part of me is performing, and what part of me is real? A conscious man doesn't reject his ego. He trains it. He learns to use pride to stay disciplined, but not let pride ruin relationships. He knows when to fight and when to walk away. He's not afraid of vulnerability because he knows true strength is quiet. He leads not with dominance, but with depth. He no longer fears failure, because failure doesn't touch his worth. He knows, I am not my job, I am not my bank balance, I am not how many women want me. I am who I am when the world isn't watching. And that's power. To every man watching this, it's time to ask yourself, is your ego leading your life? Or are you leading your ego? Because your ego can be your greatest strength or your silent killer. The difference is awareness. So be bold enough to grow, be humble enough to change, and be wise enough to know the man you are becoming is more important than the image you're protecting. If this video hits something deep inside you, don't keep it to yourself. Drop a comment, share your thoughts, and hit that subscribe button. We're not just building better men. We're building a new kind of masculinity, rooted in truth, balance, and power. See you in the next one.